Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu ọzọkwa ụmụ Chineke n'ụbọchị nke tata bụ ụbọchị abalị nke ọnwa nke Ọktoba nke bụ abalị 25 nke ọnwa nke Ọktoba 2023. Anyị wetara unu nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa unu ya ege. Ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ morning tea from the office of Biafran Republic Government in Exile. Were ife o kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ mmara ka unu ga-ya bụ ife unu ga-esigasị unu tinye your own suggestion ife ichelu n'ụdị nke go anyị ada aka ọnụ maka na nkwa anyị kwado bụ na gị na-enye na update ọbụla bụ ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo gbasịta maka ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo and Maazị Nnamdi Kanu studies ka Igbo ga-esi dị na mma. Anyị kwado nkwa na gị na-etinyere ndị update n'iru akwụkwọ na-ege ya dịka eji ga-ihe the Prime Minister of Biafran Republic Government in Exile kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ a kabaro ka drop comment gị on the commission below. All right, over to you, sir.
You who have been appointed to head the government of the de facto in the homeland, you will be communicated internally on what and how this is done. This evening, I am informing Biafra people that the de facto government will tax every Biafran, and the tax is called the Biafra Liberation Tax. The Biafra Liberation Tax is a tax that will be imposed by the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, and this tax will be used to buy weapons that we use to protect our land and defend ourselves against external aggression. Biafra will be the only nation that will defend itself aggressively within Nigeria until the declaration of Biafra. Because we want to put every culpability where culpability is and run a transparent government. You will be hearing from time to time instructions and directives, especially on the issue of finance. The Biafra de facto government has a receipt. War, defense, security requires fund, requires money. And if you make yourself available to be used by the enemy in order to demoralize our people, you are also going to be a victim of insecurity. If out of hatred, jealousy, greed, you fight against your own security, you will become a victim of insecurity. I want to briefly tell you how Biafra is going to come. At this point, we have over 100,000 personnel of the Biafra Liberation Army and the Biafra Resistance Fighters across Biafra land. Our aim is to make sure that we have every sophisticated weapon needed to defend our land. And the delegitimization of Nigeria have started, as you all know, within Biafra land. We delegitimize Nigeria until the last person remaining. What I mean the last person is that we delegitimize local government, we delegitimize state government, delegitimized the federal presence in Biafra land, where people are fighting freedom. We're going to fight our own differently. So in the course of delegitimizing Nigeria terrorist government in Biafra land, we will raise a dust. And by then, they will be shouting, can they conduct a referendum? We are going to close our ear to that. Make sure the delegitimization of Nigeria is ruthless. After that, when we are satisfied that indeed we have delegitimized Nigeria from the security apparatus to the lowest, that we can now conduct a referendum just like what you see on the screen of the Biafra Liberation Army freely moving in our territory. We are going to make it like that. And then after that, we'll conduct referendum. And during the time of referendum, we are going to have another summit in Finland. That will be the last summit in Finland. And in that summit will be in line with the referendum voting. We will make sure that we create a platform for every Biafra all over the world to participate in the voting for Biafra referendum. You see, I am not hiding anything. I'm not hiding the roadmap to Biafra, because it's that you must know. And it is something the international community must know. It is something that anybody who cares to know must know. So for those who say, oh, don't reveal your secret, we don't have secret. There is no secret. Everything I've been doing from the day one, I have always revealed it, and I will do it. At least you have been able to follow for a while and see that I've never said anything and I didn't do it. So after delegitimizing the terrorist government that kills our people within Biafra land, when we make sure we control the entire Biafra, make it very, very unsafe for all the criminals and terrorists within Biafra land, and our people can move on. Then we are going to freely conduct our own referendum. Biafrans in the homeland will be able to vote using the mechanism that the de facto government will put in place. While we, the Biafra Republic government in exile, will make sure that every Biafra within diaspora will have the access and the right to vote electronically. We are going to participate in counting the vote here in Finland. In Finland, we are going to have the voting of this referendum may take up to 1 week. Can take up to a week. And during this week, the last 3 days of this week, we will expect Biafrans from all over the world to come to Finland, where the result will be transmitted electronically from Biafra land, from all over the world, using the portal that we are building to transmit this result in the big screen here in Finland. And then after that, everybody in the world will see the result of our self-referendum. We are not expecting the UN to validate it. We are not expecting Nigeria to agree. We are also not expecting you to agree, but you have the right to vote against it, because the right will be given to you as a Biafran. It is the only and the most accepted democratic way and means of doing things. And we'll give that opportunity to every Biafran to participate. And again, let me also correct this particular impression, because very soon they will say they want to conduct referendum abroad. They want to conduct referendum in another country. Listen attentively how the Biafra referendum will be conducted. When I started announcing the referendum convention in Finland, he thought it's a joke. It has come and it has gone, and it was a success. Now I am revealing the next step. The next step is that we are going to build a portal. Now the Biafra government in EZA national identity card also has a website. So our aim and objective is to make sure that every Biafran all over the world register themselves to Biafra government in exile so that we can start building our database. It is going to be from this database we will give you access to have the right to vote in the referendum that will be coming. So those in diaspora, you are very, very important to us. You must identify yourself with the Biafra government in exile to be able to participate and say, no, you don't want freedom, or yes, I want freedom. And like I said, during that time, the last 3 days of this voting of referendum, self-referendum. Remember, it is called self-referendum. Those who have the opportunity to come to Finland will come to Finland. And we are going to stay 3 days to monitor the voting, counting the voting, transmitting the voting electronically. And then after that, we call the result. After we call the result, we will pass this result to the United Nations and to other international organization and body. Of course, we invite them to be observers if they like. After that, we will declare Biafra. When we declare Biafra, we have many things to bank on. Remember that the declaration of Biafra means that we have actually weakened every security, Nigeria terrorist security apparatus in Biafra land. We have weakened the presence of Nigeria government in Biafra land. We make sure that by then, there will be no secretariat of Nigeria government in Biafra land. We make sure by then, there is no presence of Nigeria government. All the governors will be on the run. Like I said, this is just a brief of what is to come. Remember, what we are fighting for is now a fight of survival, self-preservation. It is now a fight for survival. The terrorist government in Nigeria do not want us to live. They don't want us to be alive. They want to, annihilate us, and we are not going to allow them to annihilate us. God have raised men and women to make sure that that doesn't happen. That's why you see us raising the army of thousands and hundreds of thousands of personnel to make sure we stand on our ground and defend our land with everything in us. On this note, we call on Biafrans all over the world, sons and daughters of Biafrans all over the world. If you know you have not supported this Biafra liberation up to this point, it is time you wake up. The opportunity may never come again. And like I said, very, very soon, we are going to start funding this liberation by ourselves. I will not need your money.
Daalụ nne nụ ụmụ ife ka unu si wee na-esola anyị anyị na-eme na Eastern News 24. Ma before kọmentị ya n'ihe a, o nwere ife m chọrọ igosi unu na Twitter, o ife m chọrọ igwa unu gbasara maka ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Special Counsel na-ekwu bụ Aloy Ejimakor. O nwere ife o kwuru, ọ sị na Nigeria, Kenya failed to show illegal procedure and must therefore free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu immediately. Lawyer Aloy Ejimakor bụ ihe na-ekwu ya bụ ihe na Twitter handle ya. Ọ sị ebe Nigeria ọ na-enweghọzi ọ na-enweghọzi ike ịtrai Maazị Nnamdi Kanu because ọ na-emebigo ya bụ iwu jikọtalụ obodo na obodo nke bụ international law. Ọ na-emebigo ya bụ iwu na ihe unu ga-emebi release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu unconditional ka udo wee dị. Alright, ndị Vanguard wee kwuo sị release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, you have violated your law, Nigeria, Kenya told. Alright, ihe akwa ndị Nigerian Kenya gọọmenti na-ekwu. Alright, Daily Post na-akọwakwa the same thing, say Nigeria, Kenya government abuse or violation of own law over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu abduction. Okay. All right. Gekwe ntị ka ịnụkwa ihe barrister Aloy Ejimakor kwuru na Twitter handle ya. Okay, n'ebe a ka ndị Vanguard si wee bute ya bụ ife. All right. Also, Nigeria and Kenya laws plus a threat to Nigerian the field provide steps that must be taken in return of an accused of face trial in any country. Failure to take each step, like in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, permanently lobbed the court of judiciary. All right, the only option is what to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All right, dịka o si dị akwu na ọta ya okwu okwuru ihe ọzọ okwu a militantist suspicion of non-violent self-determination is often provoking and may bomb the point of tampering the people to abandon their non-violent character. Okay, ọ dịkwa n'ihe a na-ekwu siredize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kịtawa ka dịgboo bifo ya agafee ife ọzọ. Ọ kakwanụ mma na ebido n'ụtụtụ chụwa ewu ojii maka mgbe o ruru n'anyasị na ya ma mfụ ya. Alright, I will so many things anyị ya agwa ụmụ Chineke n'iru akwụkwọ ya mana ya bụ ife riri nne mana unu ga-ejide n'ihe ebe a. Ọma m na unu gere ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ. Gịnị ka unu nwere ike ikwu ya, gịnị ka unu nwere ike ikwu gbasara maka ya bụ ife, and also ihe Biafra ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu special counsel bụ Aloy Ejimakor kwugwe na Twitter handle ya accusing Kenya government for violating the law of international law and international community of human rights. Alright, dịka ịnụ ya bụ ife ka ife nwere ike ikwu drop ụra ya on the comment section below. Alright, nke dịka ibi ya bụ echefukwara na ihe a bụkwa Eastern News 24 ka anyị si na-wetara nnukwu ozi ya dị oke mkpa. Daalụ na ụmụnne m, ngwanụ ka emesịa.